Hey, what's up, YouTube? Thanks again for joining. If you're new here, thank you again for subscribing. I think that is really imperative that you guys are tuning in and you're liking the commentary and the information that I'm bringing to you. If you're new here, I'm Mark Lewis. I'm an activist out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I believe in justice for all people. I believe in humanitarian rights. But most importantly, I believe in making sure that our people and people who are minorities have a voice, and also that the law is given equally to all people. All right, let's talk about this. Elon Musk has amassed his wealth through government contracts. Okay, I just want you guys to understand that Elon Musk has amassed his wealth through government contracts, um, not through things that we think like hardworking individuals. No, he has gotten government contracts. That's how he has gotten wealthy. Let's talk about this. Not every entrepreneur at this scale has been this dependent on federal money. Certainly not Nvidia, not Microsoft, not Amazon, nor Meta, said Jeffrey Sonnenfeld. He's a professor at Yale School of Management, who noted that much of the funding has come during Democratic administrations. With Doge, there does seem to be a paradox here. He has been a big beneficiary of national industrial policies, especially Democrat industrial policies through government funding. Okay? And this is what I'm talking about. Washington Post came out this morning with a article that literally broke down Elon Musk's wealth. Okay, it says Elon Musk's business empire is built on 38 billion. That's what they beat. $38 billion in government funding. 38 billion. At least 38 billion in government contracts, loans, subsidies, and tax credits, often at a critical moment. Then it goes on and says in 2024 alone, federal and local government contracts committed at least 6.3 billion to Musk companies, the highest total to date. And those companies, and really is Tesla. It says an additional 52 ongoing contracts with 7 governmental agencies, which includes NASA, the Defense Department, and General GSA, which is General Service Administration, are on track to potentially pay Musk company an additional $11.8 billion over the next few years. Tesla has earned 11.4 billion in regulatory credits from federal and state programs aimed at boosting the electric car industry, and experts say its sales have bolstered by a federal 7,500 electric vehicle tax credit for consumers. And remember, Elon Musk called for the end of the consumer credit, arguing his competitors need the incentive more than Tesla. Okay? Now, what's so crazy is that in the $465 million that the Energy Department loaned, which arrives in 2010, it helped Tesla meteoric rise. With that money, the company engineered and assembled its luxury electric sedan, the Model S, and bought the factory to Fremont, California. I hope you guys are understanding what's happening. This man has amassed his wealth by government contracts, and Tesla received all of these contracts from the federal government. Okay? Your tax dollars paid for this Nazi. Your tax dollars, our tax dollars, my tax dollars paid for this Nazi, okay? But let's break this down. It says Tesla funding from federal, state, and local agencies. It says the automotive regulatory credits is 11.4 billion. Nevada Governor's Office of Economic Development, 1.4 billion. Nevada, multiple sources. It comes from the local and state incentive packages awarded to Tesla to build with Panasonic a battery gigafactory outside of Reno. he has 1.3 billion dollars. New York, 750 million. The Energy Department, 471.3 million. Treasury Department, 326.8 million. Texas, 64.5 million. Oregon, 17.1 million. California Governor's Office of Business and Economic Development, $15 million. The Department of Housing, HUD, 1.5 million. We need to look at that. What is he doing for HUD that he got a contract of 1.5 million dollars? Okay. Anyway, GSA, 947.1 thousand. California Employment Training Panel, $647.6 thousand dollars. The State Department, 396,000. Colorado Community College, 111.8 thousand. Transportation Department, 10.4 thousand. The city of Yuma in Arizona is unclassified, and the rest of it is unclassified. So you guys have to go and read this article. I read it this morning, and I wanted to talk about this. I was like, this is unbelievable. Unbelievable that one person has amassed all of their wealth from government contracts. Let's talk about SpaceX. SpaceX funding from the federal, state, and local agencies. And what I told you guys before, that was Tesla's funding. Okay? Tesla got all those funding. Now let's talk about SpaceX and what they got their funding. SpaceX, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, which is NASA, 14.9 billion with a B. Okay? Defense Department, 7.6 billion. Export Import Bank of the U.S., $106 million. State Department, $4.5 million. Commerce Department, $3.6 million. U.S. Agencies for International Development, $3.3 million. Texas Office of Governor, $2.3 million. Agriculture Department, $1.1 million. Interior Department, $1 million. Department of Homeland Security, $1 million. California Employment Training Panel, 875.3 thousand. Department of Veterans Affairs, 689.1 thousand. Justice Department, 574.4 thousand. Transportation Department, $332.7 thousand. Environmental Protection Agency, which is EPA, 84.9 thousand. National Science Foundation, 38.4 thousand. Department of Health and Human Services, 26.2 thousand. Federal Communications Commission, which is the FCC, $1.8 thousand. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you guys to hear me when I say this. This man is literally cutting debt that he says his team, Doge, is cutting. He's cutting contracts. He's cutting employments. He's talking about he's trimming debt. But he's not touching his contracts. Okay? He's breaking it to pave a way so that he can garner more contracts from the whole that he has created. This is not just enriching friends. This is enriching himself. From Tesla, you saw all the money that he's made. From SpaceX, you saw all the money he's made. What's going to stop him from starting another company and saying, I'm going to create that contract? What he's literally doing is killing his competition. In 4K, y'all, right there in front of us in 4K. This is what he's doing. And we are somehow blind to the fact of thinking that he's not robbing us. He's robbing us. Literally, he is. And we're sitting back saying, oh, well, he's cutting waste. No, what he's doing, he's not cutting waste. What he's doing, he's showing you, okay, this department is spending this, but that money is already allocated for. Why are you breaking something that's already working instead of taking a butcher knife? And who is he to take a butcher knife when he's amassed his wealth through taxpayer dollars? Imagine this for a second. If we would have left his ass down there in the basement running PayPal. He would have never been in the White House with all these government contracts trying to cut his competition out. This is nothing but what he's doing. He's cutting his competition out, and he's using taxpayer funding to do so. He's putting people out of work. There are so many friends who are nervous that I know of. And he's not just putting private industries out of work. He's putting government officials out of work. Government officials. The government was the safest job that you could have. And let me speak to this, and while I'm talking about this, what they are saying, Donald Trump and Elon are saying, is that, well, it's okay that government contracts, it's okay that government workers, they can find another job. They're lazy. They're this, they're that. Do you know what that's doing? That is making their jobs so much harder to go out and find other jobs, because they put this scarlet letter on their back saying, oh, you're a government employee. You must have been lazy. So a lot of their supervisors are telling them, hey, you need to print out your performance evaluation form just in case you get fired. Because if you get fired, you can take that to your job to prove that you're not a lazy person. Not because they don't have the credentials, but it's because the moniker and the label that Elon and also Trump put on their back, it's hard for them to find work. And that's a whole nother caveat story we can talk about later. But I want to make sure you guys are fully aware how Elon Musk amassed his wealth is through our tax dollars. Okay? A non-government employee runs private industries, have created companies. No, he didn't even create these companies. He has gone in and overtaken these companies, got contracts through people to amass certain wealth, to amass his wealth to be the sole claim richest person in the world. And now he is cutting your jobs. So when you don't have food on the table, when you cannot eat, when you cannot put gas in your car, when you cannot pay your mortgage, when you cannot pay your bills, when you get your lights cut off, I need you to think about that. Our tax dollars are paying for a dude to stand on stage, to hold a chainsaw, and to do a salute to Hitler, and to turn around and to amass his wealth through government contracts. I want you to think about that. And I guarantee you, you will never vote Republican again.